Jacob did everything both right and wrong with great zeal. He deceived his own brother Esau and his father Isaac. He wrestled with God and he worked 14 years to marry the woman he loved. Through Jacob, we learn how a strong leader can also be a servant. We also see how wrong actions will always come back to haunt us. Welcome back to the program, everybody. I'm Reverend Said, and today we're going to be reading Genesis chapter 28, verses 10 through 22, Jacob's dream at Bethel. And if you ain't did it already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment on any video on this channel. All right, let's get started with our reading of Genesis chapter 28, verses 10 through 22. Meanwhile, Jacob left Beersheba and traveled toward Haran. At sundown, he arrived at a good place to set up camp and stopped there for the night. Jacob found a stone to rest his head against and lay down to sleep. As he slept, he dreamed of a stairway that reached from the earth up to heaven. And he saw the angels of God going up and down the stairway. At the top of the stairway stood the Lord, and he said, I am the Lord, the God of your grandfather Abraham, and the God of your father Isaac. The ground you are living on belongs to you. I am giving it to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be as numerous as the dust on the earth. They will spread out in all directions, to the west and the east, to the north and the south. And all the families of the earth will be blessed through your descendants. What's more, I am with you, and I will protect you wherever you go. One day I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until you have finished giving, I have finished giving you everything that I have promised. Then Jacob awoke from his sleep and said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I wasn't even aware of it. But he was also afraid and said, what an awesome place this is. It is none other than the house of God, the very gateway to heaven. The next morning, Jacob got up very early. He took the stone that he had rested his head against, and he set it in an upright position as a memorial pillar. Then he poured olive oil all over it. He named that place Bethel, which means house of God, although it was previously called Luz. Then Jacob made this vow, if God will indeed be with me and protect me on this journey, and if he will provide me with food and clothing, and if I return safely to my father's home, then the Lord will certainly be my God. And this memorial pillar I have set up will become a place for worship, worshiping God. And I will present to God a tenth of everything he gives me. Jacob had to flee from his brother and live with his mother's family in Haran. But on the way, God appeared to him in his dream and confirmed the covenant promises that he had made to Abraham. While in Haran, Jacob suffered the consequences of being on the other side of family deception, but he was also blessed with many children and great wealth. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap up our reading today of Genesis chapter 28, verses 10 through 22. Please join me on the next episode where we'll be reading Genesis chapter 29, verses 1 through 14a. Jacob arrives in Padan Aram. God bless, and y'all come back and see me.